So hello my lovelies, welcome back to a new video. Today I have a video with a difference. We're going to do a chatty one, and the topic we're going to be talking about is becoming the woman you was born to be. So if you would like to keep on listening and get involved in this very interesting topic, then you know what to do. Stay tuned. So hi, welcome back to a new video. Hello if you are new over here, my name's Jodie. Over on this channel I do mainly everything to do with plus size fashion. I also like to talk about self-love, body confidence and just everything that makes you feel good in the body that you have. I also suffer with chronic illness, so I talk about that over on this channel. I think it's so important for me to talk about my truth, and if it helps one person feel that less alone, or one person understand maybe a friend or a family member that little bit more who suffers with chronic illness, then I'm happy. So yeah, so we do that over here. I am also a mum with 2 sons. I like lifestyle vlogging, so you'll see some of that here, and I love a bit of hair, makeup and beauty. You're basically going to get everything in one in this channel. So if that sounds like a channel you would like to watch and be part of, I would love to have you be part of my YouTube family. So all you need to do is click the subscribe button. Don't forget there's a notification bell right next to it. I think if you tap that, that will notify you every time I've uploaded a new video, so you never miss a video. And at the end of this video, if you do like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out when you thumbs me up. Comment down below, I love to hear from yous. And yeah, just having that interaction with you guys means so much to me. So yeah, comment down below, let me know what you'd like to see next in a video, and subscribe today. Right, okay, let's get into this video. This is a new one for me because I have done chatty videos in the past, but not many. I'm normally sort of accompanied by some plus size clothing, and I'm like, look at this guys, I love this because of that, because of this. But today it's just me and myself, and I basically wanted to do this video because I'm kind of not newly I would say, in a relationship, and honestly it's the best, isn't it? Love is lovely. And it kind of got me thinking about, you know, living with chronic illness, being plus size and dating and just all of that, and I kind of wanted to do a video on it. So I put a post out on my community page, and the title I named it was, I didn't really name it as a title. I just said I'd like to make a video talking about dating, living with chronic illness and just being a plus size woman in general. And I just said leave your comments down below if you have anything you want to talk about or ask me, anything that you'd like me to mention in a video, please leave it down below. So I was going through the messages and I was like, okay, these are like, I can relate to these. Yeah, I was like that. But then I kind of like sat back and thought to myself, okay, dating's all great and we all want to find our human. That's how I see it. I want to find that person that I can, you know, be vulnerable with, open up to, someone who will love me just as much as I will love them. And yeah, it's just a great feeling to find that person. But ultimately I do feel that before you can find that person, it starts with yourself. So I thought we're going to do a little series because I think that this video otherwise will be too long, but I thought we would start on talking about becoming the woman that you was born to be. So that is going to be the title of this video. I'm sure you've seen it already, but so yeah, we're going to talk about becoming the woman that you was born to be. And then hopefully in other videos, and maybe this video will touch up on certain things, but I'm just going to concentrate mainly on ourselves, because in anything in life, it starts with us, our human body, our soul, and our spirit is all here. And if we're not feeling 100, or we're not feeling great in our spirit, in ourself, that sets the scene. Basically, that sets, like, you know, your day. If you wake up and, you know, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, they say, if you kind of, you know, wake up and you've got a negative thoughts right there and then, it kind of sets the scene for your day. So we're going to talk about, you know, being more positive in ourselves, and just learning to be more confident. We're going to touch up on things. I've written things down, so I may look down and you know, because it's the first time me doing it, and I had to like get all my thoughts out on paper, because I just didn't want to miss anything. And I'm not really like the one to kind of write things down. I'm more of a just say it at the moment and just hope for the best. Basically, just let it be raw. And it mainly is, this video is mainly going to be just me speaking from my heart and my experience. And yeah, hopefully that can resonate with some of you, and we can maybe do this video, and, you know, do a series of these videos and touch up on all different topics. So personally, I feel that my life has changed, and I definitely think that it's because I've incorporated these three things, three habits that I've kind of looked into within my life, which has made me feel a lot more whole, a lot more attractive, not only to myself but to people around me, not only in relationships but just in general. And the three habits that I've sort of looked at and sort of worked on are my mind, my body, and my spirit. So let's get into the first one, and let's talk about our mind. Okay, so talking about mind, let's start there. So the first habit that I have sort of incorporated into my life, and I think that it's helped tremendously, is to look for the good, instead of focusing on what is missing in your life. And an example for me is, you know, when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic illness, arthritis, I became really down and depressed. And you know, it is a awful thing to have chronic illness, and yeah, it's you know, we give our time to give ourselves time to feel that emotion, and which I still do, but over the time, I it's taken me a while, I will not lie. I got really down and I was negative all the time, and just felt like, why me, why me, why did I have to have these chronic illnesses, why do I have to be in pain all the time, you know, why. At the time, I, you know, went through a really bad divorce, and you know, in my head I just felt like, why couldn't I have the loving relationship and just have, you know, be married forever, happy after? Why do I have to be a single mum? Why me? And it was always like, why me? And I felt so negative, and I was radiating negative energy, and I, at the time of being diagnosed, I you know, was looking for some sort of like outreach, like somebody to help me. And I would go on YouTube and look for people that have chronic illnesses, fibromyalgia, and it was pretty much non-existent. And then I turned to Instagram, and I did find Instagram accounts, but to be honest with you, a lot of them were negative, and it was all, you know, this is how I feel every day, I can't move, I can't walk. And yes, you know, it is awful, it is a hard way of living with chronic pain, living with fibromyalgia, living with invisible illness, living with chronic illness. It's the hardest thing, because it's a pain, it's an illness that never goes away, it's chronic, it's there always, all the time, niggling, even though, you know, sometimes it can be a mild pain and all of a sudden it's like that. And it is so hard to get to grips with your emotions, because you're going through this pain in your body. And so I found it very hard to kind of juggle myself. But as time went on, I was following these Instagram pages, and at first I was like, yes, this is how I feel. I feel so down. I can't move in the morning. I just feel this, I feel so bad. And I kind of like was like, I need this. There's people that understand me. But at the same time, it kept me in a negative way of thinking. And I just couldn't, I wasn't that person before. I've always been quite happy go jolly Jodie, and I turned into this completely different person, always negative, and it started to affect my mental health. I got anxiety. I still suffer with anxiety now, but I started to change my way of thinking, because I just felt like, am I going to wake up every morning and be down about everything in my life that just isn't the way I had hoped it to be? And so each day I worked like tremendously hard at thinking about what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for on each day? And there's so many things for me to be grateful for. You know, I have two amazing children, which sometimes get on my nerves sometimes, but I am so grateful for them. You know, I have, you know, a lovely home. I have a roof over my head. I have a fridge full of food. You know, I have a car I can drive. I have two legs. I have two arms. You know, I have you guys. I have a lovely community of people that, you know, make my world extra special. I wake up every morning happy that I have, you know, found the courage to start a YouTube channel, and, you know, I look forward to those things. So every day I feel gratitude, and I think that's such a big thing, to start turning yourself around, and by feeling gratitude and being grateful for what you do have instead of focusing on what you don't have. So if you're in a circumstances where, you know, you really want to find love and you just can't find anybody, and you've been on so many dates and stuff like that, you know, sometimes maybe you've been on those many dates because, you know, those people just weren't right for you, and you're working your way through to find the person that is right for you. So it just takes time. So instead of feeling down about, you know, I've been on so many dates and it's just not working out for me, think about, okay, this is getting me closer to the man that is out there for me, and think of it in that light. Also, another thing which is a great thing to do is, you know, when you are in a certain you know, stage in your life, it's always good to find other people that are like this, in the same, you know, in the same sort of stage as you. And like sometimes friends and family are not going to be the ones, but we have social media, which is great. And, you know, for me, I found my confidence and I found my support system via Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, you know, I urge you to have it, because I know people say, oh, you know, it can be a damaging place, it can be, but you can find what you're looking for, you know. So if you feel like, you know, you're feeling down, you've got low confidence, and you just want to uplift, you want to find people that uplift you, I urge you, go on Instagram and type in hashtag self-confidence, and everybody who, you know, who wants to have self-confidence, who promotes self-confidence, you will see that they've hashtagged their photo, and you can find their page, and you can join them and be friends and follow them. And honestly, you'll have a grid full of, you know, amazing people and quotes and stuff to look at that will make you feel so uplifted. And that's what helped me, in terms of my mind, thinking about the positive, and stop focusing on the negatives, because I'm pretty sure there are so many positives. Like, you're alive, we're alive and kicking, we get to breathe, we get to be alive. And, you know, instead of thinking about, oh, I've got to go to work today, think about, I get to go to work today. There's so many people out there that don't get to go to work because they cannot work, because maybe they're ill, or maybe, you know, they don't, you know, they just can't find a job. You know, there's so many reasons why someone doesn't have something that you have that you could be grateful for, but you maybe are just not seeing it and just not being grateful for it. So definitely that is my first habit that I think everybody needs to incorporate in their life. So the second part is, or the second habit is our body. Now, have our relationship with our body is so important, and this is something that's taken me years to get to and realize how important it is to have a good relationship with our body, with my body, with your body. Like, you know, we all need to have a good relationship with our body. You know, how do you feel about your body? Do you love your body? Do you dislike your body? Is there parts that you like? Is there parts that you don't like? And that's a question that you need to ask yourself. The better relationship that you have with your body will make you become more attractive, the more attractive person you will be. And I know it sounds silly, you having a relationship with your body, how is that going to make me more attractive? But having that sort of inner peace with who you are, what you look like, and your body, really does make you shine. It really does. So a little thing that I wrote here, which I found so true, is being attractive, or finding and having that deeper attraction, not just in terms of romantically, but just attracting great energy around you in life, is being comfortable with your body, and who you are. And something that I heard that I've written down was, being attractive, deeper attraction is way less to do with your physical appearance, but way more to do with how you feel about your physical appearance. So, I mean, you can, if you listen to that back, but it's way more to do with how you feel about your physical appearance than how you actually look, and how you feel radiates through the our whole being. You send off an energy, a different aura when you find that thing where you're just like, well, this is me, and I accept myself for what I look like, you know, the good and the bad. You know, I don't naturally, you know, I'll be honest with you, I accept who I am. I love being curvy, but at the same time, you know, I need to be more healthier because I'm well, you know. And so, you know, I know that I need to change things, but that is not going to stop me from loving who I am right now and accepting who I am right now, wobbly bits and all, you know. So it's really about how you feel like about your own physical appearance. Another thing that I heard, which I found so interesting and found so true, was another quote that said, our body is our connection point to this physical life. Our body, this body here that you see, is our connection to this physical life, to this amazing physical life that we have, you know, we've been given the chance to live. And honestly, like for me, like I've lost both my parents, and life, like for me, I've realized can be taken away from you just like that. And I'm so grateful that I get to live the life that I live and be alive and kicking and enjoy the sun, the blue skies and the rain, the cold, the everything. You know, so our body is our connection to this physical life, because you and I are spiritual beings and having a human experience. I absolutely love that when I heard that, because you and I are spiritual beings and having a human experience. And honestly, you know, maybe it's me, I'm just like a bit out there with my way of thinking, but it's so true. Like, this is a special gift, you know. And you know, it's taken me this long, you know, I'm nearly 40 years old, it's taken me this long to actually get to a point where I'm like, I love life and I love me, and regardless of the pains that I suffer every day and whatever, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna just be positive and, you know, enjoy what I have, basically. And I think that it's such a, I feel like I wish I had done this earlier. I wish I'd, you know, I wish I had these thoughts earlier, but I got there in the end. And it's amazing. So I will say, you know, that if you know, feel bad about your body, then ultimately it's like you feel bad about life, because your body is that connection to life. And if you are not positive, if you're not feeling great in yourself, and you're not, you know, you're not having that way of thinking in terms of like, you know, I love myself regardless, then it does affect your life. It does. And you know, it makes things more negative, and so it then then it stops you in your track of enjoying, you know, and having a good happy life. So I do feel that, you know, having a good relationship with your body will make so much difference to your life. And I honestly, this is first hand speaking, me becoming more, me practicing, you know, more self-love, and you know, learning to love myself regardless of my imperfections has changed my life. It has changed my life. Like, I honestly love life now, and I've never loved life the way I love life now. And I have so many, I come on, you know, screen, and you think that, you know, things are all rosy, but life isn't rosy. You know, there's so many things that are thrown your way, and those things are thrown your way probably to, you know, say, right, okay, so what are you going to do now? What is going to, these things are thrown into your life to help you step up and be like, okay, so how are we going to step up to this occasion? And it helps you just reach that next level. So instead of thinking of it, thinking of it as in a negative way, you know, think of it as in a positive way, and just be like, okay, you know, now we've come to a stage where it's difficult now. Something's happened. Something's rocking the boat. What are we going to do about it? And I know it's so easy, and sometimes you have to allow yourself to, you know, feel the motions and have that emotion. But ultimately, we have to step up to the plate. We have to step up. If you know, if you want to keep living and you want to live a good life, you need to try and be positive. And you know, the second step is definitely like making sure that you're doing it in a body that you feel confident in and you're happy about. So I definitely think that, yeah, me becoming more confident and accepting myself just the way I am has definitely made my life a much better place to be. As a normal person, just giving you my experiences, so what I may do may not work for you, but you know, at the end of the day, we are all individual, and we all can think about what makes us happy, what makes, you know, what makes us feel good. And for me, making me feel good is I love makeup. So doing my makeup, or just sitting and trying to do a spa day, or a few hours of like putting a face mask on, and you know, just, yeah, doing a few beauty things and just relaxing, lighting some candles. Um, Getting behind the camera and talking to you is great, like kind of like a release for me as well. But everybody has their thing that will make them feel good, make them feel relaxed, and like it's a form of self-care, and we all need to do that. I think me personally as a mum is something that I always forgot to do. I always took myself out of the equation. It wasn't about me. It was about, you know, being a mum, make sure that my kids are first. Everybody else came first, and I never used to think about myself. But I see it as that if I don't look after myself and put myself first in some aspects, then, you know, how am I meant to be the best mum that I can be? Or how am I going to perform the best that I know that I can if I don't give myself that time and that love? So I, you know, I don't do it all the time. I should practice it more, but really looking after yourself and just doing stuff that makes you happy and makes you feel whole. And you may not have found your thing, but try and error is just trying out new things. And you know that it may be just like reading, or maybe just going for a walk around the block. So my next thing, and this is like a thing that I've been thinking about. I struggle walking because of my arthritis in my knees, and it's really painful, but I really want to start trying to move my body more. So for me, my next thing that I really want to try and do is maybe walk around the block every day, just once a day, just to get like the fresh air in my lungs, and like breathe in the daytime, because sometimes I don't go out. Like the only time I'll go out is maybe to do the school run, and then I'll come home, and then I'm home the best part of the day. So getting out and even walking just with my son, one of my sons or two of them, just around the block, it'd probably take me 5-10 minutes just to walk around my house. But there's something that keeps niggling at me saying, go Jodie, just give that a go. And also drinking more water. So I've really been wanting to do this. So I bought myself one of these, and I have been drinking this, and actually it's like a game, like how much of this can I drink through the day. I'm gonna have a drop now, so I'm really trying. It's dripping because I put ice in there, but yeah, just trying to do things that make your body feel good and make your body feel whole. So creating a better relationship with your body is definitely the second, or a habit that we all need to have, to, yeah, just be better in ourselves. Okay, so thirdly, the third habit, which we kind of have touched up already, but it's loving yourself just the way you are. And you know, inside of us, there's parts of our self that we dislike more than other parts, shall I say? But loving that, ultimately loving every part of you, you know, is so needed and so special, because once you start doing that and you have that love around you, and you know, you show yourself that you love yourself, it almost radiates from you. And you know, when other people see that, it kind of makes other people feel like they can love their self. It makes them feel accepted, it makes themselves feel loved, and it just literally, it's like it's like a magnetic kind of attraction. So it's so important to just love yourself just the way you are. Like, you are perfectly created the way your creator wanted to create you. You know, regardless of what you think, you know, is wrong or right, you are perfect just the way you are. And until you start believing that, you know, you will not understand this feeling that I have, because honestly it's taken me a long while to get to this point. But I just want to share it with anybody. I want to share it with everybody, because I think it's just so important, and it's changed my life so very much. The deepest need that everybody wants is to feel like they're enough and feel loved. And so if you can give yourself that, you know, that vibration, that just lifts and radiates out, you know, and you give that gift to others. So, you know, doing that for yourself is so special, obviously, because you will feel amazing. You know, you will feel like a whole new person once you just accept the whole of you and start to love yourself the way you are, because you are perfect, you are you, and you know, you were created just the way you are and the way you should be. And so this brings me back to dating. Now, like I said at the beginning, I wanted to talk about dating and being plus size and chronic illness. But I feel that these three things are so important, and I think that without these, you know, it is almost impossible to find the perfect person for you, and to be in, you know, a good, stable, secure relationship that you both feel 100% good about yourselves and each other. And I feel that when you know, are your mind is in the right place, you feel confident about your body and you love your body and you love yourself, the person that you are, this ultimately attracts the man for you. I guarantee you. And it makes you become so much more attractive. And I, I'm not saying all these things for you to become more attractive, because, you know, for me, that was never my aim, of, why I went on this journey of like trying to find myself and just wanting to be positive and be happy in life. I did it because I was in such a dark place, and I was on my own with my children, and I'd lost both my parents, and I felt alone in this world, and I was in such a dark, deep hole that I didn't know whether I was going to be able to climb myself out of it. And eventually I did. And I just think, I don't even know what to think, but I'm just so happy that I've got to this stage. So I would definitely say that, we all have our own story, and life can be so up and down, and there can be so, some horrible things that can happen to us. But ultimately, we are the ones that are in control of our life, and it starts with us and how we feel about ourselves, and trying to be positive about life. And like I said, being grateful for what you do have, instead of focusing on what what you don't, because then that just makes, when you're you're not grateful, and you just think about all the negatives and all the it just makes you a bit of a kind of person, but if you be positive about people around you, be kind to people, be happy when you see people that are happy, don't don't be like, oh, well, that person, be happy for that person, regardless whether it's the way you would want to live or not. And just having that way of life will really change everything. It will notch everything up, and just being comfortable with who you are and being comfortable in the body that you have will really change your life around. And that's what's helped to change my life around. And I definitely think that, although it's taken me years, I definitely think that is what's led me to the man that I have now. And that's something that maybe we'll talk about in our next video. And yeah, so it was so nice to sit and talk to you about this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you, and let me know what you think about these videos. Would you like to see more? It's my first chatty video, and I'm just talking from my experience and from my heart. There's no right and wrong, but I'm just telling you what I think worked for me. And yeah, like, I think that me taking this road has helped me to meet the man that I am now with, and he is amazing. Honestly, we are like gushed over each other, and I've never felt a love the way I do now. And so I do definitely think that everything that's happened to me in my life has led me to this point. And all of the other things has really, like I say, people say, oh, I've been on so many dates and just it's not the right person. And I definitely think that everything that I've been through, it was the upcoming to this. And hopefully it's brighter days and happier days and lovely days. I don't know what to say, but it's amazing. And I hopefully will be able to talk about relationships more in my next video. But today I just wanted to talk about us, and bettering ourselves for ourselves, and hopefully that will radiate and make us feel a lot better, and then in turn make us create better relationships with people and attract the man that is out there for us. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care of yourself, and God bless to you all. Mwah. Bye guys.